have everything set up right. Yes. Come on. Flick away. It's not going to move out of the way. I don't know, we made about 5% off that row, and I don't think I'm seeing enough grass on this field, so we will stop this here and just not do any of that. And jump across to the JCB, start the engine up, and start the boring task of rolling bales. Now, the one thing I do like about 22, one of the things I like about 22 is the ability to set equipment on auto unload. You can do that on a lot of things, so I don't even know what the button is. Automatic drop is Z, unload I believe is Y, but it does mean that I don't have to, oh, I need to push a button. I can just let it unload and drive on. And I really like that for the, you know, the tow behind wrappers. Also handy for the round balers. But this is just absolutely brilliant. Although if you want to put all your bales in specific locations, you don't want to be using the automatic. Sugar beet harvester's done. Yeah, you can turn your blinky lights off. Oh, send the worker home. Send the worker home. Did the worker go home? Yes. No. Okay. And we'll turn the wheels straight. Okay. We'll turn the engine off. There you go. Okay. Let's do the wrapping. So the bale collector, we have, I believe, 14 bales for the square baler. 24 on the round, although there is an alternate to the in-game. See, they didn't get, well, yes, they did. They gave us that round one rather than the old Arcusin round baler collector. There's this one as well. Ooh. That's a square bale collector. That's a square bale collector. I didn't notice that was a square bale collector. That one collects 14, that one collects 14, and that one collects 14. This is a stacker. It unloads vertically. This too is a stacker that unloads vertically. And this one unloads as a row behind it. So same as this one. They tip the bales and roll them off the back. I do like that for UK style maps mostly, or European maps, because they frequently have very low barns. So having a bale stacker results in you having you can't unload the bale stacker because it doesn't fit in the shed or under the shed roof. But having a bale, what I call a bale collector, as to a stacker, it will collect the bales and just shove them off into a row, which is really, really handy. Plus, your tractor's front loader can reach the bales. Or even a skid steer, whereas a stacker, you're going to need a telehandler to reach those bales right at the top of the stack. So once we've done all the square bales, yeah, once we've done and delivered all the square bales, we can end this contract, get paid the 20 odd thousand, and all of the leased equipment will go away. But yeah, new. I mean, it's not a new tractor. The 8R only has, what is it? It's a 326 horsepower, so it's not huge by any stretch of the imagination. But it's sufficiently large to run a good sized mowing kit, and we can definitely run some nice seeders on it. Probably just about good enough for a shallow cultivator if we ever want to use one. But upgrading to the equipment that it can use it's going to take us a while, possibly a year or two, especially if I concentrate on buying ground instead of equipment. Done. Next one. As I said last week, one of the reasons I'm cutting down on the number of contracts I do, basically 1 day per game month I can do contracts on, is because contracts is easy money, and I think it makes it much too easy. We need the contracts because otherwise this playthrough is going to be really slow. But yeah, if I did 15 grass contracts in a month, then we'd have £200,000 every month to buy stuff with, and I don't want to be in that situation either. And these two contracts, they're going to put us up to approximately 120,000 plus the bonus crops. The annoying thing is the best time to sell silage is December, but I don't have a square bale carrier, but I still have that old what's it, the blue and yellow bale trailer. This one, I got the old Roland flat trailer. I can put flat bales on the back of that, and so maybe we'll definitely complete the contract, and then we'll pull all the bales above the contract off this field and drop them in the yard somewhere, and then I'll front load them onto the Roland, and we can ship them out on December. Same with our bales. Our bales, once I've wrapped them, it's going to be a game month before they're ready to sell, so December 1. But I can grab those and we'll sell them all in December. Now, trailer loads, I want to say it's about 20,000, 25,000 at best selling price. But that could push us up to close to 20,000 by January. I don't want to get distracted by equipment, because I sort of, oh, shiny equipment, I could buy some. But we've got the equipment, the equipment we have makes the money we need every year. The only piece of equipment I do not have that I should really look into getting is a harvester, which is why that ideal is ideal, because it's a harvester and we need one because we don't have one. But again, you get, once we've got the harvester, we've got a seeder, we've got a sprayer. The sprayer could use spot and spray for the weeds, or whatever it's called when it's not John Deere. I could do with longer arms on the sprayer, but frankly the sprayer it does the job. I don't have a lime spreader. We could definitely use one of those. The mower I have also mulches, so I don't need a mulcher. And we have a mower, we have a tedder, we have a rake, and we have a baler. All sufficient enough to do the jobs on the farm. Yeah, well, it would be nice to have a bigger mower set. It would be nice to have a bigger windrower. It might be nice to have a square baler, but frankly, what we've got does the job. So shiny equipment is nice and shiny. And Cope TV, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, we'll I want to try, as I said, I want to try and hold off on the shinies, but I'm going to get distracted because that's what I do. So I need to say that field across the road, we need to buy it. Because if I don't buy it, then it's something that makes us money, and I can't be messing around with not making money. That's a bad thing. Oh yeah, we didn't look at the cows, did we? The cows, we now have baby cows. Yay, 1 month old. Woohoo. We also have 44,000 litres of milk to sell. 103,000 of slurry. I don't have anything to do with my slurry. Oh, but maybe I do. Ha! I can load the slurry tanker up and do fertilizing contracts with it. Any type of fertilizer, liquid, soy, or manure. Yes. Okay. That is a thought. We also have a ton of manure in our manure pit, which we're eventually going to use in the garden. I've only got one garden, so we're not going to use much of it actually, I think you use 4 times as much manure as you use solid fertilizer, but the manure's coming out of the cows for free, so it's all a good thing. And we need to look at what can make us money. We could get a manure spreader. I don't have one, but if I got myself a manure spreader, then we could do fertilizing contracts with manure. So many options. Oh, we also need to look at the state of our our field over here. 52. I think I updated the soil map. I paid a geologist to come out and take a look at it. 6.75 pH. Very, very bad. Yeah. And yield is 85, 90. Not the best yield, but the soil on that field sucks. But it's a big field, so we do get 300,000 litres, 200,000 litres of grass off it. So I'm not too worried about it. But we are going to have to take the sprayer out onto that and top it off. What's the environmental score is there. Soil type. So we've still got a 98 on there. We've got a 54 on there. I think I'm going to have to cut that field in order to get that to update, because its nitrogen and pH are just bad. Down here we've got 99s. This one's a little bit off, but it's off on the top one, which is nitrogen. Yeah, so go out there, spray that, that'll be fine. This one I need to mow in order to force the environmental score to update on it. I'm not sure the cows will be too happy with me doing that, but I'll probably do that last day of November. And then maybe bale them up and, I don't know, do something with it. I could possibly give it to them as grazing material. Because grass isn't bad with Maize Plus, because cows are allowed to graze, so grass has to be able to achieve their food requirements. I might cut it, make one bale and see if I can unload it in the cow shed, and if I can, then just transfer all the grass into the cow shed for now. And that should then boost the environmental score on that pasture up to 99 as well. I think it got messed up when I installed Maize Plus, and the pH and nitrogen just got trashed all of a sudden. I went out last month, I did lime it and fertilise it to push back to ideal levels, but the problem with pH and nitrogen is they do not update until you harvest. So long as your pH and nitrogen is perfect at the point you harvest, when you finished harvesting, the pH and nitrogen levels will drop, but your environmental score will be boosted to the point where the pH and nitrogen levels were when you started harvesting. Same's true of grass work. Our grass field now has a very bad nitrogen score, but the environmental score is maximum because the nitrogen was perfect when we cut it. If I don't do anything about that field, then next time I cut it, it will impact my environmental score, and I have to wait until the next cut before I can push it back to sort of 99 or whatever. Same is true on arable fields, except for arable fields, it's going to be next year before you harvest it. So you've just trashed your environmental score for the next year, which means your environmental bonus from selling stuff is going to be impacted by you forgetting to fertilise or lime a field last year. So it affects the yield of the harvest, but it also affects your environmental score for the next year. You want to watch that. We seem to be managing fairly okay. Well, this is nearly done. Yay. Yay, nearly all done. And JCB is the only tractor turned on at the moment, so that's a good thing. So potentially this coming week, what I might end up doing is, I don't know how much contracts are going to be around for December. Obviously all of the baling contracts will disappear on the first day of December because you can't cut grass in December or January or February or March, but at least the grass is growing in March. There may be some winter fertilisation contracts, there may be some winter cultivating contracts, ploughing contracts, not seeding contract. I think we're outside of seeding right now as well. Oh no. So for November we can do wheat, barley and canola and grass. December we're then done. February you can do cotton. Now cotton is enabled on this map. Cavalier Roy did have disturbed simulations add sugar cane and cotton to this geo, in spite of the fact it's technically unrealistic for the area modelled. But we just won't plant them or harvest them and pretend they don't exist, and that'll be fine. And last one. I do prefer hauling this thing behind a 4000 series JCB, because the 4000 series JCB is all-wheel steer. A little bit more manoeuvrable. Oh yeah, mods this week. So there were no mods on Monday, because apparently holiday in Germany. I did watch a video that said Tuesday was also a holiday in Germany, but we did get mods on Tuesday. We didn't get any mods on Friday. So there we go. Oh, that's the 8R. Oh, we're driving our tractor. Yay. But yeah, they did give us the Lindner 110, which is apparently the replacement for the 90 in real world. You've got the Lindner 130, you've got the you used to have the Lindner 90. The Lindner 90's, as far as I gather, discontinued, and they've replaced it with a 110. So there is now a mod for the Lindner 110. Although really, I found the 90 to be anemic. It was useful for a small farm as the yard tractor because four-wheel steering, very agile. But we did move up to the 110 on Oakfield Farm because it was just a lot more capable than the 90. But still, the 110, yeah, we outgrew the 110 and we ended up with a John Deere 4000 series, which is also four-wheel drive, four-wheel steer, and can mount a front loader. So it was just kind of better for us all round. So I'm not sure the 110 is going to... Yeah, we probably will never see a 110 on this farm because we just don't need one. It's underpowered for what we need. And then I guess after that there were a couple of other things. Nothing really jumped out at me. Turn radius on this is a lot less than in my other farm tractors. Now it's got standard wheels on it. They're not wide wheels, but I do have the BKTs which are wider tyres. So we should get a fairly good tractive effort out of this tractor. And so I'm not too worried. We'll probably have more problems with the lack of horsepower initially. I may up-chip it. I probably will up-chip it because this thing can run to low 400s. We have to go here. 8R, 8RT, 8RX, 8R. Yeah, it can go up to 458. So definitely a possibility that I will upgrade the horsepower on this, much like we did with the Massey Ferguson. You know, the base model was just too small. Where are we going? I think we're going to the bale sell point, but I could be wrong. Silage bales to the bales market. Okay, whatever it's called, that's where we're going. And I wouldn't be surprised if this load of bales is enough to complete the contract. So everything else would be ours. However, it's a lot of manure. We'll see. Obviously, having checked, this is grass silage. It won't. We can't use it to feed the animals. Cows. I mean, we can, but I would have to buy a TMR mixer, because with a TMR mixer there are dozens of different recipes you can run through it, including the other forms of minerals and what have you, which we discovered we bought the wrong minerals last week and had to shenanigan our way into getting the right set in. Because I assume when it says minerals on the packet, it's minerals and I can feed it to my cows, and that just wasn't the case. But the robot is fixed on its feeding capabilities, and I doubt you'll be able to adjust the feed percentages without completely changing everything to do with it. So if we want to use maize silage or grass silage or all of the other